Alright, I'm gonna get mine too.
Hold on, I don't think we are.
We're not live?
Are we live?
Yep, you're live now.
We're live!
We're live.
Starting
Hello.
live.
Welcome. Morning buzz.
Welcome. Hello. Hopefully everybody out there in Levittland is doing well this morning.
That's right.
Tell your friends to get on the live chat here.
Yes.
Uh,
What are we calling this episode?
what did we say?
Corona Watch episode 2.
Corona Watch episode 2.
We're gonna watch episode 2.
Hathaway, do you want to go over what we're doing today?
Yeah, I can do that. First of all, hope everybody caught the State of the Hive yesterday. One of our most viewed Buzz Media productions. We had El Presidente, Evan Shaw, in for an interview to talk about all things remote learning or distance learning. So, just talking about what we're going to do today. We're going to update you a little bit, again, on some things we talked about yesterday. Where to get lunch, laptops, etc., etc. A little update on spring sports.
Yep.
We're going to hit on.
That's also answering a question from yesterday, Everett Varney.
Correct. We like to give the people what they want.
Yep.
Right? We have some science experiments going on today.
Yes, we do. Very excited.
We have. Should I give them away? Should I just
Matches and soap.
Matches and soap. Matches and soap. We're on matches and soap today. We'll do a little current event talk. Talk about what's going on in the world right now. Going to talk a little bit about our experiences with social distancing.
Social distancing, yeah.
And how that is going.
Yeah.
And as part of that discussion, I think we're going to talk a little bit about, Mr. Gentura, our tech guy, is going to jump in a little while today and talk about schedules for your family. I don't have my family on much of a schedule. I'm just like texting jobs while I'm here for them to do, and they're kind of like, I think they're doing them like 10 minutes before I get home.
Well, we know what we would love in the chat is if you have ideas for things to put into the schedule, you can add those right now, and then we will be showing you a couple sample schedules later on.
So that's going to be good. Looking forward to that. So that's what we got on tap today. I think, Mr. Davis, you want to start just by kind of rehashing some of the important points of Mr. Shaw's address yesterday for students with what they need to do?
Yes. So right now, students are coming into the cafeteria to pick up laptops. You can come right in the cafeteria entrance on your laptops with your HBT. There's people there to direct you around to pick up work. Some cases there's paperwork or books or things that you need.
Right. For those of you taking physics, there is a physics packet there. If somebody tells you there's not, don't listen to them. It's on the science table underneath the gigantic sheet of green paper that says Hathaway Physics. So please pick it up because there's some reading material there that you're going to need.
So you want to make sure you get your stuff. That's open from 8 to 4 today and tomorrow. Also, it's nice because I've checked in there.
Yep, I've been down.
It's a good steady trickle, so it's not
like a mad rush.
Keeping the small,
right,
like 10 or less, but people are getting their stuff.
Right.
And, it's just,
is there like a bouncer at the door? Is that what Mike Poulin was doing down there?
I think so.
Keeping it at 10.
Yeah. I don't know if we've needed to do it yet. It's been kind of like a very steady, slow trickle. So.
I feel like if it gets more than 10 and I really want to get in, I'll bring Heidi Poulin with me, and he'll let me in, right? Like the classic move.
That might be the move. Also, the lunches. So lunches are being provided at the Leeds Central School, the Greentown office, and the Boofy Quimby up in North Turner.
The BQ, the Boof.
From 8 to noon every day. Any student, 18 or younger.
Correct.
Monday to Friday, you get breakfast and lunch.
Yep.
And on Friday, you can get food for the weekend as well.
Correct.
Carry you all the way through. And I guess they were busy yesterday.
Yep. The student has to attend.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
No?
They did say...
Did they back off that?
Originally the student had to attend, but now they said that
Parents can do it.
Parents can do it. I'm not sure
Swing by.
exactly.
Well,
But yes, we are letting parents do that. I heard that yesterday.
All right. That's good news. The easier the better, right?
And I think that's pretty much it for that.
Yeah. I think you covered everything.
Spring sports update.
Oh, yeah. Before we get to that, just make sure students... Check your email every day. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah.
Check your email every day. Check your Google Classrooms every day.
Yep.
Teachers are still in the process of loading that stuff up. Again, if you're a Hathaway physics guy, that stuff is all loaded up and ready to go. You can start doing your assignments as soon as Buzz Media is over today, if you want. So make sure we're doing that.
And email your teachers too. If you don't understand what something means, honestly, we're used to teaching all day.
Right.
I'm
ready
to answer emails.
Right.
All
right, so spring sports update. So as of right now, we conducted a little research with Mr. LaRoche just moments ago As of right now, we are still on to return to spring sports on April 27th. You know, that's obviously pending different types of government.
Yes.
What do you call them? Shutdowns
Right,
or
shelter in place is what they're saying in some
right.
places. So we
you
don't-
know, so it's certainly pending what people above them are going to allow them to do. But as of right now, spring sports still on for the 27th. There'll be shortened, condensed schedules. Oh, do you have a new one to put up?
we have a pause here from the chat because I want to make sure we're being responsive. Mr. Rio has requested that shore be changed to a shore. As an English teacher.
I believe he's missing the point.
Oh.
The point, if peer pressure is spelled with an I down below, the point
Oh.
is the shore was spelled that way. Am I right, Parkin?
You are correct.
All right. Well,
All right.
you know. So,
Good to have Will Parkin here, crack research team, also safety advisor on the set today.
Yes.
So also shout out to Morgan Hickson.
She's our tech expert, way in the back.
Yeah.
We're all away from each other.
We're working sound today. Everybody's, you notice Mr. Davis and I a little further apart today than we were yesterday. Trying to keep
Yes, we
distance.
did. We noticed those comments, and we
Yeah.
are going to be on it.
Lots of hand sanitizer.
So.
And we're being pretty safe. I mean, Will Parkin is going to keep us in line in terms
Yes.
of
Well,
safety.
he'll be
for
coming
sure.
in later.
So,
All right, sorry.
Just
cut
my
it-
comment
sports.
to Mr. Rio is, you know, you got to work on your pun game.
He did send his apologies.
He just sent his apologies. All right, all right, and that is it. We've had that one up in a previous episode, so I promise you, when we have an episode tomorrow, we'll have a new. Maybe even during this episode, a new one will appear.
We might, maybe
Yeah.
we'll.
All right.
All right, so the sports thing.
Spring sports,
To
yeah.
finish it up, we just we're talking about this. It could be shortened schedules. It could be a condensed schedule. We don't know. Anytime we know something, we'll put it out to you. Right now, this operates like the hands-off period, which means the coaches can't be working. School, the weight room is closed. The school facilities are closed.
Yep.
People can't gather here on school grounds.
Right. Coaches can't even really supply workouts to
Coaches
the
can't supply
kids at this
workouts. We
point.
can't have captains practices.
Right.
If a couple people are getting together and running or something like that, I think
Right.
that, and you're keeping your distance and following it, that's fine. But
Mark
we can't-
Herman's throwing it off the pitch back on North Street, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know, you AAU guys who are shooting in your yards, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fine too. You know, my suggestion would be go to YouTube. And there's a bevy of things out there, depending on what sport you play, that you can do to keep yourself in shape and start gearing up for your season. So just because your coaches can't instruct you doesn't mean you can't get some work done. It just can't really be organized with your teammates. So, you know, while you're at home, do some things. I saw a good one yesterday. A guy leaning on he put the floor cleaner on his floor, leaned up against his counter, and then just moved his feet through like it was a treadmill. And at the same time, cleaned his floor and his feet. So
That's good.
That was a pretty good one.
That's a good time passing thing too. We'll be going on it later.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about anything, please put them in the chat while we're here.
Right?
I want to say hi to Alex Morris as well. All right, I think we're ready now.
Are we ready to
Ready for the
slide
match
over to this?
experiment?
All right, so the match experiment. Mr. Davis is going to teach us a little bit about social distancing with this match experiment.
All right, and we're going to use
Okay,
safety.
this one.
Now, some of you may have seen online, there is a kind of a viral thing talking about the reason for social distancing, and it's a graphic, and it shows matches, and if they're connected, the match goes right down the line. But if you pull a match out, social distancing works. We are going to find out if that's true. We are using safety goggles. We have the fire extinguisher ready. I don't know if that's on camera. So first, we're going to try this with all the matches next to each other. I don't know if this is going to work. Ventura, are we adequately zoomed?
I'm zooming in.
First one right here.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Oh, and look at that spread. Oh. As you see, all the matches, that's a disaster right there. That's what we want to avoid. So now let's pull out, what do you think, this one? Pull this-
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like birthday presents. You know, that like, all right, here we
It's
go.
like on Bear in the Big Blue House. Do you remember that? Have you ever, well,
Not
you ever
really.
watch that? No.
Not a big Bear in
You
the
know,
Blue-
he says that you smell like pancakes, or
All right, so we've removed someone. We've done a little bit of social distancing. Let's see. Oh, and it worked. It did not work.
You seem surprised.
I mean, that's great. Let's try one more time. We have a couple more set up here. Let's see if this one works. It did not work when I experimented last night. I didn't really want to tell you guys, but
Did Will Parkin come over to be a safety advisor?
No.
When you did this, you were just on your own.
oh, see right here. So social distancing, mixed results, right? Mixed
Right.
results. So we have one more. Let's now do some more social distancing. We'll pull out a couple. See how this goes. And look at that. That's how we stop the spread right there, people. We didn't set off the smoke alarm, so that's good. And are we done with this? Are we good?
Yeah, we're done.
I think it proves its point. I think it speaks for itself. All right. We are back and ready for current events.
Yeah, we'll Caroline Bachel Labrie in the chat. Hey all, any of the WellFit, Get Fit, or Wellness 2 students can get their work on Google Classroom. Email us if you have any questions. Will Parkin gives that a thumbs up.
We instructed Parkin he's not allowed to speak, so thumbs up is
Right.
is all. That's
Right.
all he can do.
He also moves very robotically,
Yes. Yeah.
which is why we nicknamed
maybe
we nicknamed him Drago in his playing days here at
I feel like
London.
the viewers might want a shot of that. Can we get a
Need a thumbs up. Safety advisor Will Parkin, everybody.
ready? He's ready without extinguisher. He's back. He's got the goggles on. I guess I'm taking the goggles off at this point.
You sure about that?
I mean, for now, I think we're good.
It's not like we're filming a Beastie Boys video.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right, so we're current events, right? Let me bring up the tweeter and see what's going on there.
So current events. Well, so one of the things is tough day for New England last night.
Yes, it was.
Yesterday.
I know. First
Brady.
Mookie and now Tom Brady. It's difficult.
Yeah.
You know, and I had some hopes that that maybe Teddy Bridgewater would be the new guy in, and then like a half an hour after I was like, yes, we're gonna get Bridgewater, at least that'll be okay. Like he's younger, he's good, we'll have him for a while, and then he signs with Carolina. So I don't know. Where do you think it goes from here? What do you got a prediction or something you're rooting for? Who do you think? Think they just go with Stidham?
I think they do. And you know.
Do you go with Stidham?
Actually, I think Belichick knows how good he looks. Like we don't know, but Belichick knows. We'll find out how much.
He was
faith he's
very
got.
quick to bench him when he came in early in the
Yes,
season there
yes,
and
yes,
did
he
that.
was.
So, and there's one thing about Belichick, he doesn't forget.
Yes.
You know, maybe they placed him and they tanked for Trevor Lawrence and just
That's-
lose every game on purpose.
That
Just
would be
start
a-
shipping guys out, stockpiling picks.
Belichick doing something unorthodox.
Right,
You never know.
right. But that's a long haul. I mean, Belichick, he's a little long in the tooth. Like, it's not like
Right.
he's going to be here forever. I suggested yesterday that they just bring in Tim Tebow,
Yes.
which
We-
I would be all for. It
What's
doesn't seem like the
what's
rest
Doug
of the
Flutie
Patriot
doing
fans.
these days?
Flutie could probably still sling it to be honest. Some people have said maybe Jameis Winston. You know, I don't see Belichick going to the guy who's thrown 30 picks like that.
It's not really.
That doesn't seem like his style.
So.
There was one suggestion, maybe Andrew Luck come out of retirement, which I don't see either, but would be.
You know, it's wild
Would be good.
times. It's wild times.
It is. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted on that front. Cam Newton may be a possibility now that Teddy's going to the Panthers, so that's a possibility. But yeah, we'll see there.
See?
What else going on in the world?
Well, in the chat world, Mrs. Ross
Oh.
said that her English 4, please check your Google Classroom and join the Remind 101 chat.
Ooh,
I'm glad you're enjoying the news. Other stuff, I mean, obviously we saw the cases have begun to spread more. in
doubled the
Maine.
cases in Maine,
Yep,
right?
Yep. Was up to 32. I do think that like it's a little bit hard to see. You're watching the news and
Right.
but there is some hope. You're seeing scientists starting to make progress and put some things into like
Right.
there's a vaccination that's starting to go into testing.
Yep.
So
They believe they have a vaccine over in China as well. I've heard.
yeah, I think there's multiple, and there's a German. I think there's a lot of people
So
everywhere.
it seems like we moved from trying to create, more timely testing procedures to
Right.
onto let's try to make a vaccine for this thing.
Right, right.
So I think that's where we are with that.
Are we
10 people, that's what we're at now? No
10
more than
people.
10 people.
10
can
people.
convene, right?
Yeah, and I know some places have gone to like being quarantined totally, kind of like San Francisco is shelter in place, but
I think New York.
yeah. If you have questions about what's going on, you can ask us in the chat, or like email teachers, figure
Yeah.
it out, and you know everybody's kind of figuring it out as we go. But we have another experiment.
Right? We're going to turn to Mr. Gentura for this experiment, right?
Are you
Oh,
ready?
yeah, I think I can.
I say go right to the bowl. You might see me for a second, folks, but my hands are what's important.
Hold on, let me. We're getting there, and it looks like we should be good.
All right, so social distancing is an awesome strategy to help spread this, to help not spread this thing. We also want to be washing our hands effectively, and this is why. So you see, I got a bowl full of pepper. This is not a virus, but it's pepper. It's nasty stuff, and if I put my finger in that water, it gets peppery, or should get. You know what? I think we're gonna have to add some more pepper.
There you go.
Is that the water that you put some soap in earlier?
Uh,
you tested it?
It may be.
You could use the
Well,
other,
hold
you could
on.
use the other bowl.
I got
yeah.
some.
No,
I got some fresh.
no, I think you've got too much.
You know what?
Salt in here.
This has. All right.
Wait, you know what we
You know
should
what?
do?
We're going to
Let's-
bowl B. I got a bowl.
Right.
Yes, this is
All
why.
right, read.
Bowl B. This is awesome. This is why we're live. We're just going live. So I'm gonna load this.
Everybody's got to learn to be flexible during times like
Right.
this.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes when you're teaching, stuff doesn't go right.
Right. So we're gonna dip the finger in. Oh,
Maybe
look
use a
at
different finger.
look. You know what? I wonder. Oh, look at that!
Hey!
You know what? You know what it was? There was so much soap. I did this earlier, and there's so much soap on my finger. So now you can see. Oh, it's just a little water. You know what? You know what? The whole idea is if you put the soap in the water, it really takes the surface tension and it splits it up, and it makes the germs go away. And as you can see, well, I'm just dirty, wet, and soapy now. Wash your hands, folks.
All right. So, you know, that's the beauty of live
Right.
live broadcast.
It's you know what it's like.
That
It's like
did work great earlier.
right. It's like when you're like I teach physics period 3 and 4G, and you know sometimes one of them gets the good lecture or the good demonstration, and the other gets the not so good one.
Well, I'll confess on the match thing last night when I did it. Until you got 3 matches out, it kept going.
It kept going.
That's why I had 4 prepared.
So, but the idea there behind Mr. Gentura's experiment, to get back to the science a little bit, is that when you use a good amount of soap to wash your hands, the soap decreases the surface tension in the water. And when it does that, it allows the water to take the things off from your hands and wash them down the drain, right? So keep washing your hands out there. Keep using the hand sanitizer as well. You know that will kill some germs out there too. I've been Lysoling a lot at my house.
Yeah. If you got those things, right? But even just soap, you know,
Yeah,
soap
right.
and the long hand washing and
Yep.
good. So now we are up to discussing things
social
to
distancing,
do
right?
during social distancing. So a lot of us are sort of trapped in our homes.
Right.
It's a long time.
Right.
What have you been doing to pass the time?
Well, when I'm here, I've been emailing my kids chores to do.
Yes, excellent.
You know, good to know the Christmas tree is finally down. The wood is stacked in the basement. You know, I'll be texting you guys shortly with another list of things to do. But when I get home, we've been playing some games.
Nice.
Stratego last night.
Oh, I love Stratego.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed though when I opened the box. We were like ready to play, fired up. We had to take the stickers now. You know how it used to be the
Oh,
blue and
the-
red, and it was like gold paint
Yes,
on there.
yes.
Now the stickers that you have
Gold
to
and
put
like
on.
maybe silver paint, or were they both? Was the blue
Maybe
ones?
one was silver and one was gold. Yeah, and so Sawyer and I had to put 41 stickers on the pieces each.
So that takes some time. But
So
you
that
know
took a
what?
little time, but all right.
We've got a lot of time right now.
We do.
So it's okay.
So we played some games of Stratego.
And tonight, you
I am
mentioned?
the Stratego champion, by the way. Like, I cannot be beat. I'm still dominant at that game, despite the fact that
I
played
feel
it
like we
quite
need to
some time.
find a way to play Stratego from our houses against each other, because
Is that possible?
I don't know, but maybe. And what's on tap for tonight?
Tonight we're gonna play Risk, which I don't think I've played since I was like 16 or 17. So
Game of world domination.
to use a Seinfeld quote, tonight I show Sawyer why the Ukraine is weak.
Yes.
So hopefully people from the Ukraine aren't watching, like the guy in the subway.
Oh yeah.
Broke the game of Risk. But yeah, Risk, and we also have 6 laser tags set up. So we're gonna be playing some laser tag as well. So
That's awesome. One thing I'm not seeing in the chat, and I know you people watching, is what are you doing to pass the time? If you could
Right.
throw us some ideas, be great. But are we ready to see some schedules?
I will say also
what else you got?
doing a lot of cooking.
Yeah.
So, lasagna yesterday, some chicken Alfredo
Yeah,
the
you
other
might as
day,
well.
some stir fry, just doing that. So then Wyatt decided that he would, cook some things too. So, I think he had his first fried chicken the other day. So, using oil on a stove with a teenager is a little scary.
Right.
We should have had.
You don't have a Will Park in
right?
there.
I didn't have Will Park in there with the fire extinguishers. So, but yeah, a lot of cooking, a lot of games, a lot of Twitter time. And,
yes. I've been
checking
hitting,
out what's
been
going
hitting the
on,
social media.
right? Doing that and
Preparing for
watching The Leftovers, which you suggested to me.
Yes, quality television.
Which was crazy. The episode I watched yesterday. Good show. So yeah. So what are we moving on to
All right,
next?
I think, are we ready to switch you
Schedules,
out?
right?
Schedules.
All right. So Gentura's coming in.
Ventura's in. Now,
Executive.
you might want to, I don't know if you want to shut the laptop so we can get a good zoom in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It'll only take a half an hour to reconnect to the internet when I.
So one of the things that we take advantage of, especially when we're not in when we are in school,
That's way too zoomed. Hold on a
Wait,
second.
let's get it right on the schedule.
is the idea of schedule. So when you're at school, the bell kind of tells us where to go. Like we have set routines. And we have set routines in our classes. We have set routines throughout the day. We know when we're going to eat. We know when we're going to not eat. We know when we're going to learn. We know when we're going to take a break. When we're at home, some of those schedules start to break down because we don't have a bell telling us what to do. So, and we take that advantage. So it's really important that we try to keep a set routine in our lives. And this is the one I have for my kids at home. So they eat breakfast. You can kind of they eat breakfast. They make bed. They get dressed. They brush teeth, and these all have times associated with them. They have outside time, then academic time, snack and read aloud.
What's Raz?
Raz Kids, it's this, for the elementary school kids, especially at the primary school, it's this online reading program that you can access with an iPad or a tablet. And what's really cool about it is it's leveled reading. So if you're reading a book, it's like the perfect book for you, and you can read into it, and the iPad will record it and send that reading to your teacher, so they can evaluate your reading, make sure you're still on track and everything, and it can help them the teacher can then assign new books to you. So that's the Raz Kids. And there's all sorts of time, but as you can see, everything is laid out, and from day to day, my kids will follow this routine. They'll get better at this routine, and it's really cut down on tantrums. It's cut down on just the chaos of the household. So, Mr. Davis, I understand that you have a routine as well.
All right, so I don't have any kids, but I do have 3 dogs, and I decided that it would be important. I don't know if we can get. We get this. We're on camera here. Good.
Yeah.
I have set the Davis family schedule. Wake up to 7 a.m. is free time. Unless they, eventually closer to 7, the more likely they are to wake me up. 7 to 7:01 is breakfast. Goes pretty quickly. 7:01 to 7:30, furious sniffing around the house. 7:30 to 8 is our morning meeting. We get together and plan out the day. 8 to 11, the big chunk of the day, is the Maggie 2020 campaign. So the Turner Maggie for Mayor campaign. And Jantura doesn't know this, but all 3 dogs are working. If you are unfamiliar with it, there is a Facebook group for the Turner mayoral campaign, and I think it's going to be getting very active. I'll put that in the comments, maybe. 11 to 12:30, body movement, squirrel chasing outside. There is a squirrel that lives under my back porch. They're attempting to murder. 12:30 to 2 is screen time. Planet Earth is a big hit. They like to bark at the screen. 2 to 3 is art, where they do some paw painting. They go out in the mud and then they get it all over my kitchen floor. They really enjoy that. 3 to 4 is free time, and then beginning to ask me for dinner more and more urgently. Finally, from 4 to 4:01 is dinner, and then free time until bed. So.
What time do your dogs go to bed?
Um,
Like Gentura's got his kids going to bed at 7:30. Like that's early. Like I think my kids are going to bed at like 1:30 right now.
well, so I have 3 dogs. The
Right.
older dogs are ready. You know, they eat, they go outside, and then they're pretty much ready to relax. The younger one, it's a little more anxious. She tends to attack. Oh, there's also a lot of wrestling that occurs during free time, where she attacks the other dogs. So.
Well,
So-
I think it's great they have a schedule.
Yeah, it is. It's important to get that.
How do you get
Halfway.
your kids to go to bed by 7:30, Gentura?
I mean, it helps that they are 3 and 6.
All right.
But we give them a book. We send them to bed, and to be fair, they're not asleep by 7:30. They're in their bedroom by 7:30.
Jack attacking.
Yes, there is
Jack attack.
a significant amount of time where Jack attacks Elliot. Sometimes to the point where Elliot is standing at the top of the stairs, screaming down the stairs that he can't handle it anymore. But by about 8:30, they're done. From 7:30 to 8:30 is attempting to go to sleep time, and that can range. This just in, I'm reading off this laptop that the Milo for Mayor campaign is also launching his relaunching his campaign
For Mayor of Turner. Dog Mayor of Turner.
Dog
So-
Mayor of Turner.
yeah.
And he hasn't been, as of yet, he hasn't been active because he's been really working. He's been telling his staff to stay home,
Yeah,
to
it's gonna be remote.
work on social distancing.
If you want to go on Facebook and Google Turner Official Dog Mayor Election Page 2020. So that is Turner Official Dog Mayor Election Page 2020. Currently, it's mostly things from last summer, but I do believe we're going to be seeing some updates. I'll put that in the
Be ready.
comments below.
Be ready. Hashtag no Maggie.
Also,
The dog TV thing reminds me. Your dog's watching TV. I was watching The Leftovers yesterday, and you know how they have some dogs in that one.
Yeah.
And they're a little crazy, and my dogs were going crazy because of it.
oh, watch, yes.
Jumping at the screen. like
Whenever there's,
barking.
my dogs did when I watched The
Yeah.
Leftovers.
My
as well.
dogs are TV dogs too.
All right, so we should be wrapping up here. If you have ideas, we are planning. I don't know if we've exactly scheduled if we're going to do this tomorrow.
I think we're gonna do 10 o'clock tomorrow. And
10 o'clock
Friday.
tomorrow morning. It is. I don't know what we're going to do. Hopefully, you can either in the comments or in the chat or sending one of us an email. Tell us what you want us to do tomorrow. We may be doing some outside looks at the. I don't know if
Sugar
tomorrow.
Shack.
The Sugar Shack.
Sugar Shack.
Sugar Shack still needs to get some syrup boiled and.
Yeah,
Not
they're doing
boiled,
some
boiled.
work down there today.
So we're gonna do an on remote, but other ideas, please send them at us.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, come in to get your school supplies and your laptops. If you're a student 18 and under, you can go get lunch at those locations we mentioned earlier. Please make sure you go do that. And it's any students, not just students who have need. It's any student can go get that food. And be constantly checking your emails and your Google Classrooms because your teachers are contacting you. So look that stuff up and keep your distance. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Peace.
Hashtag buzz buzz. I don't know. And bye. See you
Wash
later.
your hands. Wow.